Hello. How in a day? Waiting they happen. My name still remains Ayodeji. The segment as well still remains Make We Talk, Make We Yarn. Today I want to talk about something called the backup, right? And for those of us in IT, for those of us that are software engineer, probably this comes in seamless. And those who are not in IT, if you've ever shopped online, like you've been to a website, maybe say Amazon or eBay or any other one, maybe say I don't go before, you realize there's a very high tendency, maybe say the pictures you saw yesterday are not the ones you're seeing today. The prices you saw yesterday are not the ones you see today. Maybe there's a discount, maybe there's an increase in the price, maybe the description has changed, and so on. I mean, so many things could happen with respect to the life cycle of the product. Where is it being managed? How did they manage these things? Maybe overnight, boom, the thing don't change. Like in a matter of seconds, if they intend to do anything, the thing don't change. Right. So normally, what we normally do with respect to all of this, I mean, from the IT perspective, is we create that kind of environment where we say the admins in code now. The admins can go in there and change whatever perspective they want to portray to their prospective customers. Now, admin customers, right? Now, Ayo, why are you bothering us with all of this? How does one take matter? Okay, let's come to church. All right. So, with respect to the Bible, there are two stories that I want to use in buttress this point of mine. The first one is with respect to Joshua in the book of Zechariah 3, right? We were there was a setting there where the devil and God were having a conversation as usual. I actually don't know why. Anyways, they were having a conversation and Joshua was there as well. And the accuser was like, dude is not worthy of your presence. He hasn't taken, still the kind of clothes we wear. We say everything don't tear, maybe in a rag jeans or so. Joshua wear. And God was like, okay, you don't do devil, abeg. Leave my son alone, abeg. Angel, Angel, Ayo. Change the clothes with Joshua the way, abeg. I don't want me this guy gets anything against him to accuse him of, right? Joshua, lucky him. He had a good person speaking on his behalf, right? And then we tiptoe and we get into the book of Job, right? I mean, we all know the story. Job was nuts. Yeah. I mean, we know the story of Job. Same conversation, devil, God. How do we go about this? Like, okay, I give you express permission. Go do whatever it is you want to do with him. And I'm sure of my son, right? We know the rest of the story. I mean, Job went through his persecution and all the whatnot. But the difference between these two guys is we have Joshua, who was faithful to God, and we have Job as well, who was faithful to God. The difference in these two stories was the fact that there was an admin somewhere that said, no, don't touch this. Yes, touch this, right? All right, enough with the Bible. Now let's come to our day-to-day life. We go for interviews, right? We go for business meetings. We go for there are so many things we do in our day-to-day life that would require the approval of someone else, right? Approval of not just someone else, maybe a board somewhere that would eventually have to sit down and figure out what we go do with this guy. She more give him the contract, have more pursue the guy, more give him the scholarship, more give him the loan. Say, should we just give a thumbs up on his application or whatnot? Like a group of people just sitting down there and making decisions over your life, and you are not even there to defend yourself as such. And the question is, who is speaking on your behalf? And that actually got me thinking that these products we see on Amazon and all the whatnot, I mean, it's basically what the admin does that everybody sees. With respect to my life, it's basically the kind of conversation that God and the accuser is having that determines, so, Ayo, who is speaking on your behalf, right? When these conversations are going on, who is speaking on your behalf, right? You applied to a job, you went for the interview, to you killed it. Now, when all those guys are putting their heads together, who is speaking on your behalf, right? You apply for this contract and all the heads of department are meeting. Ayo, who did talk on your behalf? And then I started thinking, who actually is speaking on my behalf? And that's a question I want to throw to the house as well. Who is speaking on your behalf, right? And I started thinking, what are the criteria to actually pick someone who can speak on my behalf, right? Probably this guy should have a very, very good influence, right? Influencing people. Like, he can talk his way out with people. He can let them probably touch their heart. Like, okay, let's go in the direction of Ayo. There is that. Someone who, irrespective of time and space, is ready to just get going. Ever ready. Ever available. That's another one, right? And the fact that I would need someone who probably wouldn't turn his back on me if I do something silly, which I'm very prone to. I mean, I'm human. And I started thinking, who fits all this criteria? My dad? Nah, he's dead. So he probably wouldn't stand for me right now. My uncle? Well, my uncle probably doesn't have a say in all the companies in the world. So he probably would have some limitations right there. Are you thinking about it too? Okay, I'll give you a hint. Have you tried Jesus? Have you probably thought about Jesus? Maybe he could fit into that gap. And while you're thinking about it, give Jesus a try. Try God. Don't try your uncle. Don't try daddy. Don't try mommy. Don't try that brother. Try Jesus. And until next time, peace.